excited to chat with you today about some exciting news. I think that's coming out from Parasol Alliance here. But how are you? What's new? How's 2026 off for you thus far?
We have not done a Raising Tech podcast episode together for too long. So I am mostly just excited to be back here recording with you, talking about some new and exciting things coming in 2026. 2026, I think, has been a little weird, but I've heard that from everybody. So I don't know. I think we just have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I would second that. I'm coming out of an entire family, including a 4-month-old, having COVID in my house. So happy that that's hopefully behind us. But yeah, 2026. But yeah, excited to be here with you recording this. It has been some time. I'm wondering because I know we wanted to make an announcement here about our new AI assessment, but I'm wondering, AI still continues to be the biggest buzzword out there. What are you seeing from senior living communities when it comes to AI today?
We're continuing to see the same things and same trends that we've talked about in the past. However, I believe we are starting to see some implementations, which is exciting to start seeing how it could actually work for people. And I think we're still though at the same place that you and I have talked about, what Steve, Micah, and I have talked about, is we're still in an area where a lot of people are shouting the loudest about AI and they're getting the most attention from that, but there's still a lack of understanding about the practical application for this. What about you? What are you seeing?
Yeah, I think there's this push that I'm seeing, whether it's from board members or the CEO being like, we got to embrace AI because they just continue to see it front and center in all the news and all that stuff. But a lot of people just aren't sure where to do it. And what we're finding, I think there's things being rolled out at the corporate level, not well. And a lot of people are still doing what I like to call shadow AI. So they might be using their own personal chat GPT and kind of working through that to success and kind of using it that way. So I think there is this more, I think there's more people implementing it, but I don't find people are implementing it well. And I think to your point of people shouting the loudest, I think every technology company out there in their marketing of some sort is including all the buzzwords you can imagine when it comes to AI to kind of hopefully suffocate and also excite people as they're looking at their solution for whatever they might be doing.
Yeah, and I will say that when 2025 started last year, I did not expect by the end of 2025 to be somewhat of an AI and senior living expert, but that, I started off the year not really knowing much, and we learned a lot along the way and developed a lot of tools and guidebooks and things like that for our clients. But it is something that is very nebulous, very complicated. And the other thing I'm starting to realize is that we have a big issue in senior living that you and I have talked about before. We talked about it, I think, on our last podcast we did together, is that there are a lot of gaps in senior living software that vendors are not coming together to fill. So there's a lot of just specialized software, best in breed software that still doesn't communicate. And we were really hoping AI could be a solution to bridge that gap. And I think what we're seeing is it's not really the magical solution we were hoping for yet. There's still source of truth issues. There's still lack of training. There's still lack of trust because people see a number in AI and they see a number in their system and they don't match. And so I still think we have a ways to go with that.
Yeah, I think to your point, right? Like AI is only as good as the data you're putting into it. And if you're not trusting those data sources and what's going into that, I mean, it's destined to fail. And to your point, we continue to hear stories of numbers not lining up or certain things in certain softwares, or they're setting up their EHR to be their source of truth, but then things are getting updated outside of that and it's not pushing back into it. So it's like, how do we continue to create this cohesive ecosystem of technology that AI can kind of be that base layer to make sure that it all works? But it's all of these technology systems are being built in silos, and I think some are trying to play nice in the sandbox, but a lot too are just trying to maximize their wallet share, build their own subpar systems, and try to keep people within their own ecosystem. So I think obviously things will have to change, and we'll continue to see some of these bridges being built with that.
So what do we do about that? So Parasol is here with a brand new solution. As always, we are here to help guide our clients, help guide the industry to navigate this. And we don't sell any of these solutions. We don't sell AI. Our vision is really to help the industry, help clients navigate this and do it in a very practical way. Just like our technology assessments and roadmaps, like how do I get my hands around? How do I get a grip on what does IT really mean? What does a network really mean? What does systems really mean? What does business system success look like? And so we have decided to do the same thing with AI. So do you want to talk a little bit about our new service offering that's coming out, Matt?
Yeah, I feel like I gotta like do a drum roll as I'm talking about it. But yes, similar to our technology assessment and strategic plan, where we come in and basically get a snapshot of everything taking place today, from infrastructure to business systems, and putting together that 3 year roadmap to help people be intentional of their technology usage. We're doing pretty much doing copy and paste with the AI side, but taking our own spin on it, making sure that we're taking people through the AI assessment process, that they're embracing the right AI, and doing a few things when it comes to that, and really trying to address where they are today, where they want to get to, and the steps that they can take to be successful to do that. And I'm wondering if, as we've been thinking about this and have been doing it with people already, Amber, shout out to some of those first clients that are doing it. Any thoughts on, any surprises or anything you're excited about when it comes to that AI assessment?
Well, I think there's a couple things. So our assessment's going to include interviewing each of the departments, and we've developed an internal list of questions that we can interview the different departments at so that we can assess where they at, what's their interest level, what's their readiness level. And, it's not like you can come in and start asking the clinical team about how do you want to use AI because they don't know, right? So we have to build the questions around structuring it to get that information in a way that makes sense. So I think that that's a key component. And then the other thing is we are building a internal library of what all the current vendors out there are doing with AI. So we're reaching out to all of the major business systems in the industry so that we can have the information to go to our clients and say, oh, you use UKG. Did you know they have XYZ AI module? You have to upgrade to get it. And that's just an example. I don't actually know what UKG is doing, but we're planning to build out those resources internally so we can help guide clients in that direction as well.
Yeah, I think I'm really excited about, in addition to senior living operators using AI the right way, is also that library that you mentioned, right? I think there's a lot of fluff being put out there, and we can almost use our parasol to help kind of shield some of that bright light that might be coming in, and making sure that people feel good about what they're doing, making sure that things are set up right, and then helping them and keeping a pulse to the ground too. I think, too many times execs and other team members are going to these conferences, walking down the aisles or having these speed meetings, hearing about the latest and greatest. But a lot of people are being future sold of what's coming down the roadmap. So we're going to be that Sherpa and really help take them through what's accessible today, and making sure that they're set up for success, not only in the long run, but in the short term, and that they're successful in that. And I know one of the other things we're doing as part of that library is just kind of like the different personas within senior living, right? Like, how are people thinking about AI? How is your head of housekeeping using it and being successful? How's your ED using it? Sales and marketing, activities. I think there's just a big gap within the industry right now of that knowledge base. So we're helping to build that out as well.
Yeah, and then I think there's also the whole governance component to it. So, that's built in and included in our assessment as well as what policies do you need? And we have simple policies. Do you have an AI steering committee? How are you governing this, both from a organizational, procedural, and policy perspective? So I know that is the concerns that people have with AI. And so it's critical to make sure that that goes hand in hand with your execution selection of systems.
Yeah, I think it's so important, right? And I think too many times we go to these conferences, we see talks about AI, and then everyone's like, AI is going to change everything. Well, we can help be those people to make sure that it does change everything, and it changes everything in an intentional and right way. So, any final thoughts here, Amber, for our listeners?
Do you want to share some additional details about the assessment, when it's going to be ready, how much it's going to cost, any of that?
People can reach out to learn more about that. We're rocking and rolling it though. There's definitely advantages if you're a current Parasol client, to take advantage of that. There are discounts available to some of the other first groups that aren't Parasol clients that want to move forward with that. So we do have limited spots available. So if you are listening to this and want to take advantage of that, feel free to get in contact with me. My gift and my curse is I'm probably the easiest person to find and get in touch with in this industry. And you can definitely email me at Matthew with two T's, always two T's, dot Reiners, Reiners at parasolalliance.com, or find me on LinkedIn. I am addicted to it more or less. So yeah. Any other thoughts you want to share? I don't want to give away all the goodies here, but yeah.
Well, I think I just want to mention too that it is also going to be an optional add-on to our technology assessment that we already offer. So it could be an add-on to that, it could be a standalone. And yeah, we're just excited to roll out another value add for the industry and to really help people be guided through this process because it's a whole new world.
It's a whole new world. Quoting Aladdin, I love it. But yeah, to your point too, and I would say we are booking up, our technology assessments and strategic plans, we do have a laundry list of people that want to get through that. So if you are interested in something in this and making it a priority this year, reach out sooner than later, so we can get you on the schedule and making sure that we're doing right by you. So we're always looking for new communities to invite over to the Alliance to make sure that you're intentional with your tech and allow you to do care better, and get rid of some of those technology headaches you're having along the way.
You can find us online at raisingtechpodcast.com, where you can see all of our episodes and contact us to provide feedback or submit an episode idea. We are on social media everywhere at Raising Tech Podcast. If you enjoy Raising Tech, please leave us a review and share with a friend. Music is an original production by Tim Riesig, one of our very own Parasol Alliance employees. As always, thank you for listening.